My name is Timotha Lanae, and I'm a songwriter. I've performed my songs for audiences around the world, and I believe songs are divine. In an instant, a blank page can be filled with inspiration that defines a generation. A song can stir a movement, mend a heart, light a fire, open a mind. The lyric is king, and the melody queen. They form the map that guides the producer, the singer, the musicians, the mixing engineer. The song, that's what I want to explore. So let's peek inside the mind of songwriters and discover the story behind the ink. On this episode of Behind the Ink, I chat with Reid Kennedy and Cameron Kinghorn, two amazing songwriters, musicians, and members of the band Nookie Jones. Reid and Cameron have written a collection of songs together under their writing team, Young and Foolish. But today, I get in on the writing action. We'll discuss our collaboration on my single, 8 Days Til Spring, which was written and produced by the three of us for the So Soulful Collection, Volume 2. Check it out.
I sing it when I get up. That's what we want. That's the whole point.
That's what we want. So, okay. So, when we were writing, it was so much fun writing with you guys, by the way, but when we were writing, you know, we had some lines where it was like, that's it. That's the one. And then we had some lines where it's like, walk it over to So, okay, like, what is your favorite line in the song, Reid? Do you have a favorite line?
Okay, so without even thinking about it, will you make me want to sing?
That's the hook to you?
First thing I thought of when you asked me that question.
Okay. Will you make me want to sing? Yeah. Okay, cool.
I like how a lot of our lines started out as one thing, and then someone would say, oh, but if we say this word, then all of a sudden the attitude is better, or something like that.
True that. That happened a lot.
Yeah.
So, the line, Love Train. Yeah.
Oh,
so do your Ain't No Way. We'll just sing it real quick.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way that love train's gonna catch me. So that line started out as me saying, we were trying to figure out what to put there, and I was like, okay, I have a line, don't think I'm crazy. It's kind of corny, but I was like, what if we say something about the love bug isn't gonna catch me? And they're like, and then it was Reid, right? Reid, you were like, maybe not love bug.
Yeah,
what about
the love bug chasing you?
Love train.
Love train.
But I like that because it's like with songwriting, you have to have freedom to be vulnerable and share ideas, because that's where you get the good ideas come out of not being afraid to share. And it's so cool that just working with you all in this short a time, I was able to feel that closeness where I'm like, okay, I know this idea is kind of silly, but what about this? Because I knew that it could bring something stronger. And then you all said, yeah, walk that to the love train. And then we got that line. So that's one of my favorite ones, just because of the story behind it. Okay, I think we'd be remiss not to talk about the title of the song. Okay. So the title of the song, some things are just like, they just won't happen unless you're lined up at the right time, right place, all that. And I just call it God inspiration, okay? So I left working with you all. We had the piano idea. We had one line on the verse, and that was it. And so we were trying to figure out what else to do. I'm driving home, I'm writing, I'm playing the music and trying to write lyrics, and they were wah, wah. It was like, I was like, you can wine and dine me. Or something. You
would have had to walk those over into.
Yeah, I would have to walk those into. It was like, yes. So it's just like, I was just thinking, man, this is terrible, man. It's not gonna work. So I just happened to, I was driving, just looking ahead, listening, thinking, man, this is good, but I just can't come up with a strong line. I just happened to, for a millisecond, look up to my right, and there was one of the digital billboards, and it was rotating, and right before it went off, it said 8 Days Til Spring. And I was like, 8 days till, and that's what I just said.
Right there.
I was like, that sings well with this. It was 8 Days Til Spring. It was March 15th.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
It was March 15th, 8 Days Til Spring. And I was like, I like that. That's it. And so from then on, I was like, okay, the rest of the song, gotta build it around to make sense up to that 8 Days Til Spring. And everything, it just came together. So that's where the, cause in the dead of night, yeah, that's where all that came from. But yeah, it's just like, it's one of those phrases that's kind of quirky, but it really, I think, tells a story, paints a picture, you know, and puts you in a vibe.
So much of this has been a team effort.
Yeah.
From sitting together, writing the music, talking about, okay, I want the pre-chorus to do this, all the way up until today, making decisions together and listening. And I know that you guys, I respect both of your musical opinions so much, and I value, everything that you guys bring to this project. And it's just very easy to sit back and say, okay, I trust what you're going to say, and we're all in it for the sake of this song to make it as good as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So. Well,
likewise. I mean, that's what I like about it, is like the synergy. I say that word so much even to myself, so I feel like we have a great synergy, and I've just been able to bounce ideas off of each other and keep one-upping the original idea and bring it to the next level. Do you have a favorite line?
I was just thinking about the pre-chorus.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yep. We were joking earlier about how people will be singing in their car and like with their friend like.
You sing that part. Yeah, but you sing that part.
You bring the heat, keep it
Well,
stop the
clouds.
Yeah.
That's not how I want to do that part. You do that part.
Right?
And like the arrangement of it's really nice. The way it bounces back and forth.
I have to say one thing. I said this to Cameron at like 10 o'clock this morning. I said, clearly Timotha has a vision of how she wants the vocals to work. And that is so because of what it is now with how many parts we have here and how many parts we have here, and this is going to be doubled and this is going to be harmonized.
It's
and all
huge.
That. Yeah, all the prep that you've done and all of there's just the vision, the preconception of how that all works. It's incredible.
Thank you.
And given our circumstances and the timeline that we have, it's crucial. I mean, we just have to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you. I mean, for me, it's like this. It's exciting for me because I've written almost all my songs that have been on my 2 albums, but this is the first song that I'm co-producing. You know, and I always would do a little bit of vocal production, but just this whole thing being a part of the whole conceptual idea of the music and everything like that. So it's really exciting, and it's cool to do it with you all. And you know, vocal production is like my favorite ever, arranging all that. So I love it. So
that's very evident.
Yeah.
And to me, you should be producing because of your ability to conceptualize and see things ahead of time. It just makes sense. I'm surprised this is the first time you've done that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it just seems to me like you have a very clear idea of how things should go, and that's really important. Like you talked about in rehearsals, we need to be able to deliver the idea that we have for the song, for the bass line, for the keyboard part, for the, so you think like a producer.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. Like a really natural.
Wow, keep talking. I love music, and like, you know, my dad is here, you know, and growing up, he exposed me to so many different genres of music. And I used to just sit down, listen to, back then it was, you know, tapes, and then he had records were out of date back then, but I would just look through, and I mean, I'm like 5, 6, 7 years old, and that's what I'm doing, and just listening to it, listen to the harmony, listen. So it makes sense now that just creating from the bottom up that it had to happen, but I absolutely love it. Yeah. So, okay, you are singing on the track, playing trumpet on the track, co-wrote the track, co-produced the track. I mean, we got into it.
Yeah. The talent of the operation.
Right. No, so it's cool, like, with you, Cameron, like, just, it happened organically that you're actually singing on the track, because just while we were writing it, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, here I'm gonna mold the vocals, or you just started singing naturally where I was thinking we should mold it.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, that's where I was thinking it should be, we should multiply the vocals.
I would like sing a backup thing, you're like,
That's it. That's it. There was a lot of this happening in our life. Yeah. So yeah, it was like naturally, just instinctually, you were hearing those doubling the vocals exactly where I was hearing it. And so when I had that, I was recording it on my phone, and when I was bringing it home listening to it, I'm like, I like his voice on this. And I let, different people hear it, and they're like, I like his voice on this. And it's like, okay, Cameron needs to sing on this. And originally I was just going to, because I do all my background vocals on all my songs. And so this is like the first time, except for, there's been a couple other times where I've had like, my father actually sing background, but generally it's just me. And so this is, it's like, I really want your voice to be prominent in there. And I think that our voices complement each other.
And it thickens it. It helps thicken it up a lot.
Yeah, it thickens it and giving that different tone and texture. So I'm excited for this to be a part of So Soulful Collection, and I'm so excited to work with you two. Seriously.
Likewise, yeah.
So I think it makes sense to just end this out on 8 days till spring, feel like 8 days till spring. Boy, you make me wanna sing, feel like 8 days till spring. You do kind of just like a percussive thing.
Like she's saying not to sing. Like just let the singers do it.
Oh no!
And let's do one where you just have to.
Why do you gotta bust me out?
Hey, you be the dancer. You be the freestyle
You be the
dancer.
Yeah.
I was trying to jump in and sing. I felt like
it was great. That was great, man.
Telling me to come in that booth all day. You were saying, Reid, come sing this line. Reid, come sing this. I thought maybe that was my.
That was it, man.
This is your time to do.
Okay. All right. Look at. See. Look at.
Say, 8 days till spring, feels like 8 days till spring. Why you make me wanna sing? Feels like 8 days till spring.
No shine here.